Welcome back to another episode of What If here on the Filmaholic channel. For What If, right now we're going to be taking the MCU, taking it back 20 years, making it go through the 90s. And the film that we're currently on is Captain America: The Winter Soldier, which would have came out May 1994. To start things off, for my Captain America sequel, we are switching directors. Richard Donner's not returning to direct this one. Instead, he's being replaced by Catherine Bigelow, who'll be directing this Captain America sequel. Like I said, Brad Pitt is playing my Steve Rogers. Keanu Reeves, who played Bucky Barnes in the first movie, is coming back to play Bucky Barnes in this one. And obviously he has a much bigger role in this film as the Winter Soldier. Got Sharon Stone, who was in Iron Man 2 and The Avengers. She's coming back as Natasha Romanoff / Black Widow. And Laura Dern, who was in The Avengers as Maria Hill. She's coming back as well. And we also have Tim Curry as Zola, who have a very small role in this film, as well as Ronnie Cox as Senator Stern, who we saw in Iron Man 2. Patsy Kensit will also be returning as a older version of Peggy Carter once they apply that makeup to her. And then Clint Eastwood, obviously he's come back as Nick Fury in this film. So for the new characters we got in my Captain America sequel, the first one is Jasper Sitwell, which I believe is technically the son of Senator Stern. But he's also a member of Hydra. And the person that I cast here is Rob Lowe as Jasper Sitwell, which he would actually cameo in a couple movies leading up to this, the Avengers and I believe Thor. He has like little cameos in. So Rob Lowe we'll have seen before, but this is when he actually has a bigger role, a speaking role. Sam Wilson, who becomes Falcon, got Lawrence Fishburne in here as Sam Wilson / the Falcon. To me, he was the only choice for that role. For Sharon Carter / Agent 13, I cast Patricia Arquette in this role. For Brock Rumlow, who will later become Crossbones, I ended up casting someone who isn't a stranger to comic book films in reality, and that's Vincent D'Onofrio, who I cast here. And he's a younger guy back then, not as big, but he can play a villain. Looking at him and some of the roles he had chosen back then, Men in Black in the 90s, and then you had Full Metal Jacket before that. And then for the last casting decision I had to make was Alexander Pierce, and this one was extremely easy for me. I just cast Robert Redford again because he's perfect in that role, and I can see him having some sort of past relationship with Clint Eastwood's Nick Fury.
Okay. Well, I do have Catherine Bigelow coming back for this sequel as well. And it's not going to be her last film in the MCU, so she just get used to it.
I will say that too. She's coming back to direct more films in my version as well.
Yeah. Okay, got Brad Pitt as Captain America, Michelle Pfeiffer as Black Widow, Kurt Russell as Nick Fury, Johnny Depp as the Winter Soldier, Sandra Bullock as Maria Hill, Patsy Kensit as Peggy Carter. Yes. Malcolm McDowell as Zola, and I got Senator Stern. I have Gilbert Gottfried, Jasper Sitwell, who's a person who's already in the MCU, but I'm switching their roles. Is Stellan Skarsgård. Yeah,
not your MCU, the actual MCU.
Actual MCU.
Oh, okay.
Agent 13 is Sharon Carter. In the next movie is I have Rachel Weisz. I'm going to use her a couple movies because her career is just kind of starting right now.
Okay.
Sam Wilson, I have Denzel Washington. Put him in that role. And no Lawrence Fishburne. He's not the only choice.
I got Denzel for somebody else down the line. We'll get to that.
Like Gary Busey as Brock Rumlow. He's bringing the fight to Brad Pitt. He's not ready. And he's not ready, dude.
Eat his face off.
Gary Busey's underrated. So that's a whole nother video. And Alexander Pierce have Robert Duvall stepping in that role.
He's no Robert Redford.
He's the superior Robert.
Yeah.
He is a superior Robert, indeed.
All right, guys. Let us know in the comments which version you'd rather see. That's the 3 films we'll be doing this week, which is Iron Man 3, Thor: The Dark World, and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. Don't forget to check those videos out. Go back to Phase 1, check those out as well. Next week, we're going to be doing Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers: Age of Ultron, and Ant-Man. So don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys next time.